Everyone laughed at her, until one boy took her hand.
On the peaceful planet Nova Prime, humans and aliens studied together. But one girl was always alone. Her name was Lyra. She was blind. Many students ignored her because she was different. Some even laughed whenever she tried to find her classroom. One rainy morning, she slipped on the wet stairs. Books scattered everywhere. Everyone watched. But no one helped, until a quiet human boy named Ethan walked over. He picked up every book, offered his hand, and softly said, "You don't have to walk alone anymore." From that day, every morning, Ethan walked Lyra to school. He described the colors of the sky, the flowers, the birds, and the stars she had never seen. Lyra smiled for the first time in years. Neither of them knew someone far beyond the galaxy was secretly watching everything. Weeks passed. Ethan and Lyra became inseparable. Every morning, he patiently guided her through the crowded school corridors. Every afternoon, he read stories about Earth to her. Lyra had never met anyone so kind. One evening, Ethan noticed something strange. A group of masked alien soldiers quietly surrounded Lyra's home. Before they could attack, Ethan pulled Lyra into a nearby abandoned transport tunnel. "Hidden in the darkness," Lyra whispered with tears in her eyes. "There's something I never told you." She slowly removed the silver pendant around her neck. Suddenly, a brilliant golden hologram appeared. The symbol of the Galactic Royal Empire lit up the tunnel. "I am not an ordinary girl," she said. "My real name is Princess Lyra, Astra, the only daughter of the Galactic Queen. Years ago, an enemy empire attacked the royal family to save her life. Her memories were sealed, and she was hidden on Nova Prime as a blind orphan. The soldiers outside were not rescuers. They were assassins." Ethan looked at the frightened princess. Without hesitation, he stepped in front of her. "If they want to reach you, they'll have to go through me first." At that exact moment, a gigantic shadow covered the night sky. A massive royal battleship descended from the clouds. The Galactic Queen had finally arrived. The enormous royal battleship hovered above Nova Prime. Its engine shook the entire city. Thousands of citizens looked toward the sky in terror. The masked assassins smiled. "The Queen is too late." Their leader activated a glowing plasma blade and charged toward Lyra. Without thinking, Ethan grabbed a broken metal rod from the ground. He stepped between the assassins and the princess. He had no armor, no advanced weapon, only courage. The first assassin attacked. Ethan dodged just in time, knocking the attacker into a wall. A second enemy fired a plasma blast. Ethan pushed Lyra aside. The blast struck his shoulder. He collapsed to one knee, but refused to move away. Then, the sky split open. Hundreds of golden royal soldiers descended from the battleship. At their center, the Galactic Queen herself landed. Her eyes filled with tears as she saw Ethan bleeding. Still protecting her daughter, she slowly walked toward him. Then did something no one expected. The most powerful ruler in the galaxy knelt before an ordinary human boy. She whispered, "Today, humanity has shown this galaxy what true greatness looks like." Every soldier lowered their weapons. Even the assassins froze in disbelief. Silence covered the battlefield. The Galactic Queen helped Ethan stand. She looked into his eyes. "You protected my daughter without knowing who she really was. No king, no general, has ever shown such courage." Suddenly, the Queen's chief commander rushed forward. "Your Majesty, we've intercepted a secret transmission." A massive hologram appeared in the sky. Everyone watched in shock. The assassination attempt had never been planned by a foreign empire. It was organized by members of the Galactic Senate itself. They wanted Princess Lyra dead, so they could seize the imperial throne. The Queen's expression turned cold. She raised her royal staff. "Arrest every traitor." Within seconds, royal soldiers stormed the Senate headquarters across the galaxy. The traitors surrendered without a fight, but before being captured, their leader activated an emergency beacon. A terrifying message echoed across space. "Release the Void Emperor." At that moment, the stars themselves began to disappear. A gigantic black portal slowly opened above Nova Prime. An ancient force, sealed for thousands of years, had awakened. And its first target was Earth. The black portal expanded across the heavens. Its darkness swallowed the stars, one by one. Then, a colossal figure emerged. The Void Emperor. His body was forged from living shadows. His crimson eyes burned like dying suns. With a single gesture, entire fleets of warships exploded into dust. Royal soldiers opened fire. Thousands of plasma beams struck the monster, but vanished into the darkness surrounding him. The Galactic Queen whispered, "No one has ever defeated him." Fear spread across the planet. Then, Ethan stepped forward. Everyone stared in disbelief. "You can't stop him!" the Queen cried. But Ethan remembered Lyra's words. Real strength isn't power. It's protecting those who cannot protect themselves. He picked up the Queen's fallen royal staff. As soon as his hands touched it, the ancient weapon blazed with brilliant golden light. For thousands of years, the staff had never accepted another master. Until now, a powerful wave of golden energy burst into the sky. The darkness began to crack. The Void Emperor looked at Ethan. For the first time, he took a step backward. The entire galaxy watched in stunned silence. A human had made the immortal Void Emperor feel fear. The final battle was about to begin. The Void Emperor roared. Its voice echoed across every star system in the galaxy. Darkness rushed toward Ethan like a tidal wave. The ground shattered beneath his feet. Everyone believed this was the end. But Ethan stood his ground. He closed his eyes and remembered every moment that had led him here. The first time he helped Lyra, the promise he made. "You'll never walk alone." The royal staff blazed brighter than a newborn sun. Suddenly, millions of golden lights appeared across the sky. They were the spirits of every ancient guardian who had once protected the galaxy. Their power flowed into Ethan. With one mighty swing, a beam of pure golden energy pierced the darkness. The Void Emperor screamed. His shadow armor cracked, then shattered into countless fragments of light. The black portal collapsed. The stars returned. Silence filled the universe. Then, every fleet, every planet, and every civilization began cheering. The Galactic Queen walked toward Ethan. In front of billions watching live across the galaxy, she placed the Star of Humanity, the highest honor ever created, around his neck. She declared, "From this day forward, no one will ever call humans weak again." Princess Lyra smiled through happy tears. She gently held Ethan's hand and whispered, "You didn't just save my life. You gave hope to the entire galaxy." Years later, children across thousands of worlds learned the story of one ordinary human boy who proved that true strength isn't born from power, but from courage, kindness, and the willingness to protect others. The end.